They say the truth hides in plain sight, yet so few of us truly see it. People wear masks, disguising their intentions, burying their real selves under layers of deception. But there is a way, a path known not to the many, but to the discerning few, to see through these veils. This path, carved by the timeless wisdom of the Stoics, reveals how to strip away the masks and perceive the unvarnished truth. What if I told you that by observing 5 key behaviors, you could unveil someone's true colors instantly? It's not magic, it's clarity, a deep understanding of human nature combined with an unshakable discipline over your own emotions. Today, we delve into these signs, inspired by the ancient principles of Stoicism, to uncover the wisdom that can transform how you see the world. Prepare yourself not just to see others clearly, but to hold a mirror to your own soul. In doing so, you will discover the power to rise above destructive emotions and embrace a life of strength, clarity, and virtue. Stay with me till the end, and together we will explore how to wield this life-altering skill. Number 1. Inconsistencies between words and actions. The first sign is as ancient as it is revealing. A person's actions must align with their words. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once taught, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." This timeless wisdom reminds us that true character is not in what one says, but in what one does. To see someone's true colors, observe whether their actions reflect their promises, values, and ideals, or whether they diverge in the shadow of convenience. Consider a scenario. Someone speaks endlessly about honesty, yet twists the truth when confronted with difficulty. This is a red flag, a crack in the mask. The Stoics believed in the power of consistency, not just as a virtue, but as a lens through which others reveal themselves. A hypocrite cannot sustain their facade for long, because actions are governed by inner principles or the lack thereof. For us, as practitioners of self-discipline and seekers of truth, the lesson is twofold. First, sharpen your observation. Watch not just what people say, but how they behave when the storm arrives. Are they steadfast, or do they crumble? Second, turn this insight inward. Are your own actions aligned with your beliefs? Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." To demand authenticity in others, we must demand it in ourselves. By identifying these inconsistencies, we strengthen our ability to trust wisely and act virtuously. Hypocrisy breeds chaos, but consistency, both in ourselves and in those we surround ourselves with, is the foundation of harmony. Number 2. How they react under pressure. Pressure doesn't build character, it reveals it. The Stoics often emphasized that adversity strips away pretense and lays bare the true nature of a person. Seneca wrote, "Fire tests gold, suffering tests brave men." When life applies pressure, be it through conflict, loss, or unexpected hardship, how someone reacts speaks volumes about who they truly are. Picture this. A friend who seems kind and composed, yet under the strain of frustration, lashes out with cruelty. Or a colleague who appears cooperative, but when criticized, responds with defensiveness or deceit. These moments are unguarded. They reveal the emotional and ethical foundations of a person. In the face of adversity, do they remain rational and composed, or do they succumb to destructive impulses? For a Stoic, maintaining composure under pressure is the ultimate test of self-control. As Marcus Aurelius advised, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When we observe how someone reacts to stress, we gain insight not just into their character, but also into their ability to govern their emotions. Yet again, this principle cuts both ways. To master the art of reading others, we must also master ourselves. How do you respond to life's trials? Do you reflect the calm strength of a Stoic, or do you allow anger and fear to dictate your actions? By striving to remain composed, we not only reveal our true colors, but also inspire others to rise to a higher standard. Pressure is inevitable, but it is also the ultimate truth teller. Pay attention to these moments, for they expose what lies beneath the surface, both in others and within yourself. Number 3. Their attitude toward power and authority. Nothing reveals a person's true character more than their relationship with power. Power, whether great or small, is a magnifying glass. It enlarges the virtues of the noble and the flaws of the corrupt. The Stoics often spoke of power not as something to covet, but as a test of one's inner integrity. Epictetus warned, if you want to test a man's character, give him power. Observe how someone behaves when they hold even a sliver of authority. Do they wield it with humility, fairness, and responsibility? Or do they exploit it for personal gain, disregarding the well-being of others? The one who seeks power for its own sake often reveals a fragile ego and a lack of moral grounding. By contrast, the one who shoulders responsibility with humility and wisdom demonstrates a strength rooted in virtue. Take note not just of how they use power, but also of how they respond to those who possess it. A person who fawns over authority, seeking favor through flattery, exposes a lack of self-respect and independence. Conversely, someone who challenges unjust authority with calm courage embodies the Stoic principle of standing firm in the face of adversity. For us, as seekers of self-control, the lesson is profound. Marcus Aurelius, himself an emperor, reminded us that power should serve virtue, not the other way around. He wrote, "Do not be conquered by the world. Instead, conquer the world by how you behave." When we observe others, let us ask, does their relationship with power uplift or degrade them? Finally, reflect inward. How do you handle power, even in the smallest forms, be it influence in a group, a position at work, or authority in a relationship? True Stoics wield power not for dominance, but for the betterment of others, always mindful of the virtues they strive to embody. Number 4. Their treatment of those who can offer nothing. A person's character is most clearly revealed not in how they treat their equals, but in how they treat those who can neither benefit nor harm them. This insight, deeply rooted in Stoic wisdom, was echoed by the Roman philosopher Seneca, who stated, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." Observe someone in their interactions with the powerless, whether it's a waiter, a stranger in need, or someone who has fallen from favor. Do they show respect and compassion, or do they display arrogance and disregard? True virtue requires no audience. It is not a performance, but a reflection of an individual's inner values. Imagine a leader who speaks eloquently about justice and fairness, but belittles those beneath them. Or a friend who is generous with those they admire, but dismissive of those they deem unimportant. These moments are windows into their soul, exposing whether their kindness is genuine or a mere facade. For a Stoic, kindness is not conditional. It is a moral duty. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Man was made for deeds of kindness. They who benefit others benefit themselves." This principle teaches us that how we treat the vulnerable is a direct reflection of who we are. By observing this behavior in others, we uncover the essence of their character. Turn this lens inward as well. Are your actions toward those who can offer you nothing rooted in genuine virtue? Stoicism challenges us to rise above self-interest and see others as equals in humanity. By doing so, we cultivate not only respect for others, but also a deeper sense of self-respect and moral clarity. Pay attention to this sign, for it often speaks louder than words. The measure of a person's true colors lies in the small, unseen acts of kindness, or their absence. Number 5. Their response to criticism. Nothing stings the ego quite like criticism, yet how a person reacts to it is one of the clearest indicators of their character. The Stoics, who valued humility and rationality above all, saw criticism not as an attack, but as an opportunity for growth. As Epictetus advised, if someone criticizes you and it's true, accept it. If it's false, ignore it. When someone is criticized, do they react defensively, lashing out in anger or deflecting blame? Or do they pause, consider the validity of the feedback, and use it to improve themselves? Defensive reactions often stem from insecurity, a fragile ego unable to confront its own imperfections. By contrast, a calm and thoughtful response reveals maturity, self-awareness, and emotional strength. Picture someone receiving harsh feedback in a meeting. The one who listens patiently, acknowledges their mistakes, and seeks solutions, demonstrates true resilience. Meanwhile, the one who interrupts, argues, or dismisses the criticism exposes a lack of inner control and a fear of accountability. For us, as aspiring Stoics, the lesson is clear. Do not fear criticism. Instead, welcome it as a mirror that reflects your areas for growth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If anyone can refute me and show me my error or my ways, I will gladly change. For I seek the truth, which never harmed anyone." This openness to correction is the mark of a strong and virtuous character. As you observe others, pay attention to how they handle criticism. It is a powerful indicator of their true colors. And as you reflect inward, ask yourself, do I accept feedback with grace, or do I let my emotions take control? By mastering our responses, we rise above ego and embrace the wisdom necessary for self-improvement. Criticism, when handled wisely, is a gift. To see the truth in others and in yourself, you must learn to face it with courage and humility. The truth about others and ourselves is not hidden in grand gestures or rehearsed words, but in the subtle, often overlooked moments that reveal our core. These 5 signs, inconsistencies between words and actions, reactions under pressure, attitudes toward power, treatment of the powerless, and responses to criticism, are like lanterns that illuminate the true colors of those around us. The ancient Stoics, with their unyielding commitment to self-control and virtue, provide us with a timeless lens through which to see these truths clearly. But the journey doesn't end with understanding others. The greatest test is turning this wisdom inward. Can you align your actions with your beliefs? Can you remain composed under pressure? Can you wield power with humility, show kindness to the powerless, and embrace criticism with grace? These challenges are not easy, but they are the path to a life of authenticity and strength. As we close, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The power to see the truth lies not in changing others, but in changing yourself. By embodying the principles of Stoicism, you not only see others more clearly, but also become a beacon of integrity and resilience. If this message resonates with you, let's continue this journey together. Like this video, subscribe to The Modern Stoic, and share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us, which of these 5 signs have you observed in yourself or others? Let's inspire and learn from one another as we strive to live with wisdom, courage, and self-control.